Hi, how are you today? So, as I'm reflecting back on the last year, it really has taught me quite a bit about relationships. And so, I used to think that I was an introvert who taught herself extroverted characteristics. And there's still some truth to that a little bit. But what I realized is that I am way more of an extrovert than I even give myself credit for. And I need people. I don't know about you, but people need people at the end of the day. And so, again, we're talking about thresholds, right? And how we reemerge is really consistent with the thresholds that we've lived this past year. But where I'm going with this is just kind of understanding the level of relationships that we have with our clients and our allies. And I'm going to date myself here. You used to be able to test the depth of your relationships from a client and ally perspective with if you got their cell phone number. And so that was back in the day, 15, 16 plus years ago when people didn't necessarily use their or provide their cell phones to the general public and in their email signature lines and whatnot. And so if you were able to get a client to give you their cell phone number, then you really knew that you had a good relationship with that client. Now we're in each other's homes. And so I'm fascinated with the way that we're all going to come out of this and when we get to the other side. And so the depth of relationships as we've gone through this time, I think it's truly tested and will carry through. My theory is that if you have a relationship and you've really kind of nurtured that relationship during the pandemic, and what I mean is that have you been checking on people that that have been your client relationships? Have you been staying intentional with them and accountable with them to help them and be a resource to them if you can? I think that those relationships are going to be even deeper when we do get to the other side of things. And so it's just a little perspective, just a little thought that I have. I have no crystal ball, as you know, but I am really curious specifically about relationships. Look, we've had to be very vulnerable during this time. But one thing that I have seen in my career is that when you get vulnerable with your client and ally relationships and really get human to human with them, and it's not just about business, you really can get deeper to be able to truly be a resource to those relationships that you have. So I love to talk about this topic. As you know, business development is ingrained in me, and I really believe in the heart of business development is relationships. And so if you want to talk to me a little bit more about this, feel free to reach out. But you continue to take good care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.